Hi, good morning everyone. I'm JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia. And today is day 18th of Mindful Morning Meditation. How is everyone doing? Let me take a look who is tuning in right now. We'll wait a few seconds for everyone to tune in. Good morning, Zinkoi. Hi, Elaine. How are you doing? Are you staying safe in New York and practicing the stay home advice? Hi, King Hoi. Morning. Corinne, good morning. Good morning, Coglan. Thank you for tuning in. We'll wait a few more seconds for everyone to tune in. So, how was the day yesterday? If there's something that you guys would like to share, please do that and write under the comments section. Morning, Sophia. Hi, Natasha. Salut. Hope you're doing well in New Jersey. Hi, Norman. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Morning, Ben. Morning. Hi, Annette. Good morning. Hi, Dr. Hang. Just a few more seconds and then we shall start with the 9-round breathing meditation. And do remember, if you do have any topics that you would like me to talk about, do leave them on the comment section today or anytime. Do it live, yeah, because sometimes I may miss if you write it on the previous day's comment section. So just let me know and I will look into it and then I will slot it in to our daily meditation. Hi, morning, Lai Heng and Frank. Morning, and Emily. Good morning. Hi, morning, Pastor Honey, and Adeline. Okay, I think we're almost there. Right, so we shall do the 9-round breathing meditation. Do get yourself comfortable. Again, if you feel cramps on your legs, just adjust yourself so that you don't lean too much forward. Okay, and we'll start. All right, relax, roll your shoulders, roll your head, relax a little bit. Okay, do a bit of stretching. You can actually do all this before we start with the 9 rounds. Sometimes as we're waiting for people to tune in, we can actually do this already. And then we shall start with the breathing exercise now. Ready? Left hand up, thumb down, wrap your thumb, put your fist under your armpit, right hand on your left nostril, breathe in, out, take your time, breathe in, and out, breathe in, and out. Hand up, thumb down, Wrap your thumb. Put your right fist under your left armpit. Left hand over your right nostril. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. And out. Both palms on your thighs. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. And out. Great. So do remember to take your time to breathe in, fill the entire body with the fresh air, the oxygen. Visualize it as white light, white healing light. And then as we breathe out, again, breathe out all the stress, anxiety, and visualize that as dark smoke coming out. Okay? Hi, morning Chong. Thank you for tuning in. Lily, good morning. And Sharon, morning. Doreen, hello. All right, so after the 15 minutes single-pointed meditation today, I will be answering a list of questions that I received yesterday. So there will not be any specific topic, but there were questions that are asked from my talk about willpower yesterday. Yeah, so today will be an extension of yesterday's topic. That's why you will see that in the header, it's written that I'll be answering your questions. Okie dokes. Hi, morning Peg. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, we shall get ready to do our 15 minutes meditation. Now, today I'm having a little bit of cramp. I don't know why. These few days I'm having a little bit of cramp. Maybe it's my exercise that I've been doing. And so, again, if you're having any physical conditions, be aware of it and adjust accordingly so that when we meditate, we try our best not to fidget too much if you can help it. And focus on the breathing area, which is the nostril. Yeah, have to focus there. Yeah, it is not right it is not wrong to follow the breath in and out. I just feel that to expedite the process of getting used to control our mind, it would be better to just still the mind and focus on the outer rims of our nostril. Just still it, because that's where the challenge is. And if we can do a good job stilling the mind and focusing on this area, then later on we'll be even more effective if we follow the breath in and out, in and out. Yeah? The key here is to still the mind, because our mind is very good at going all over the place. So we don't need further training on that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Great, so let's go. Good morning, Ken. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now, you can place your hands either on your thighs, palms down, palms up. As I said, I prefer this. Oh, there's a very loud bird. I'm not sure if you hear it, but it's new. I wonder what bird it is. You hear that? It's very loud. Okay, and sit up straight. Do sit at the edge of the cushion or your chair or sofa and rock forward and backwards and find your center. Chin down a little bit. Okay, so that your spine is straight like this and your tongue curl up. Okay, as soon as we start our meditation, I will guide you on breathing in and out with a visualization, and after that, I will stop guiding you so that we will maximize the 15 minutes. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the white healing light through your entire body with this healing light, and breathe out all your anxieties, fears, frustrations, boredom, restlessness. Visualize them in as dark smoke. Breathe in. Breathe out. Focus on your nostril. Watch your thoughts. Watch the sound. Bring your focus back on the nostril. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So how was it for everyone this morning? Hi Nancy, good morning. Masita, morning. Vivian, thank you very much. Pastor Shin. Hi Datin, thank you for tuning in. Cassandra, Jace, Dil. Namaste Dil. Hi JW Liu, good morning. We just finished our 15-minute single-pointed meditation. Do share with me how you feel. Excuse me. Lovely, felt quicker. That's great, Natasha. See? If we do this every day, we will get better. That's for sure. Okay, before I start answering the list of questions that were sent to me yesterday, I will read out what I wrote in my gratitude journal. Do share with me what you wrote as well. Okay? I'm grateful to have a recliner armchair in my room. I'm grateful to have a washing machine and dryer. And I'm grateful to be working on a de-stress program, which I'm launching after the lockdown. How about you? What did you write in your journal? Let's see. Lai Hing says, Frank, it feels even shorter. Yes, definitely. And Corinne says, refreshing. Wonderful. Can carry on longer, but now. Okay. Well, we will progress to 20 minutes this coming Monday. So, yeah, and I really look forward to that. Cortland says, felt energized, good, still need fine-tuning on focusing. Yes, definitely. It will be a process. So even if we hit the 30-minute mark or even 45 minutes, our thoughts and our emotions will keep arising. They will keep arising. And all we do is keep focusing, just watch and focus on the nostril area. Norman says, can carry on longer now. Yes, definitely. See, that's why baby steps, as I have said all this while, is important for us so that, we don't feel tortured by this entire process. And in order to make it sustainable for us in our new lifestyle that we're going to create right now, when we take baby steps, it's easier for the body and mind to adapt itself. And that's the key here. Yeah? Waiting says, before that, Natasha, gratitude. Enjoy listening to the sounds of the surroundings at KFR. Feel more focused at work. The feeling of accomplishment for a work task done. Wonderful. Waiting, very good session. Focus better today. Energized and calm after the session. Definitely, definitely. Do keep writing in, and I will start answering the questions that were posed to me by one of the participants. Let me see. And it's written, here are my questions on the willpower that you talked about. So I spoke about, if you have missed yesterday's session, I spoke about willpower. And the first question is, you mentioned that we need to learn and be equipped with the tools to achieve our life goals and find deeper meaning of life. What tools are that? What I was referring to yesterday are tools such as focusing. Focus, just the act of focusing or having that tool, the know-how to focus is very important. And the reason is because a lot of times when we think we are focusing on a task at hand, our mind is all over the place. And one clear example is as we are sitting here, just focusing on the breath. Notice how our mind wanders all over the place. It can be a thought arising from what we said yesterday, what we did yesterday, what we want to do later on, and even emotions coming up. And our mind is so used to just rerunning what has happened. So to bring that focus back to the nostril, and so if that has been the pattern that you notice as you just focus on the breath, be rest assured that whatever it is that you are doing, whether you're doing your work on the computer, anything at all, it's the same pattern. Your mind will keep going here and there. So what's the disbenefit of that? If we don't put in 100% of our focus on the task, we will take a longer time to finish it, and also we may need to check our work back because it may not be as accurate, or we may not do get the job well done to our expectation. So when we focus, when we put 100% on a task, you'll notice that you will accomplish the task much faster with a lot more accuracy. And then after that, you can move on to the next task. That's why it's been researched that people who do some sort of meditation, or in the corporate world, they call it mindful, mindfulness training. Because meditation has a religious connotation to it. So mindfulness training, same thing. So people who actually do this on a consistent basis notice that they accomplish a lot more during the day than compared to before they started. So that's a tool that I am talking about. And another tool is also, you see, as we are meditating, I'm also sharing with you about human psychology and how how the mind works. And when we have a better understanding of how the mind works, that is a tool in itself whereby we will be able to become more effective, because when we begin to work on ourselves and realizing that certain behaviors do not benefit us and make us and help us realize our fullest potential, that in itself is a tool. That in itself is a tool. So always assessing ourselves, always taking a step back and watch our thoughts, watch our emotions, and applying whatever it is that you have learned that is theoretically beneficial for us, and you apply it. Once we apply it, that's where realizations arise, and you go, oh yeah, I do feel that difference. Oh yeah, I become more effective. So it is that tool, the skill of being able to always take a step back, watch the thought, watch the situation, watch the emotions, and then dissect it, analyze it objectively. Analyze it objectively, that's the key here. Always take a step back and watch it, analyze it. Why would it be easier for you now? Because you have much better control of your mind. So the emotions that usually arise will be in control. You're not suppressing it. It may arise, but you're not going to focus on it. You're just going to focus on what's at hand. And because of that, you have the clarity of the mind. So your decisions are not driven by your emotions. Your decisions are based on your objective perception. Your objective perception of the situation or the person or whatever it is that you have at hand. And true enough, your decisions that you make would be more effective as a result. So I'm referring to those kind of tools. Okay, it's the skills that we learn from this single-pointed meditation, and you can apply it to every aspect of your life. I hope that makes sense. Okay, before I continue to the next question, let me see. Lai Hing says, grateful for money to buy food for my family, that I'm born with the ability to self-reflect. Thank you for sharing, Lai Hing. Ben says, I feel grateful As I can bring back my focus back to my breathing, even my legs feeling limbless in 15 minutes. But I start becoming numbness even. I can't move my legs after changing mode after 15 minutes. Is it right to do so? It's fine. Your body will get used to it after a while. If you're not used to sitting on the, on the floor with a cushion behind, sit on a chair for a start. Yeah, but if you think you're okay and you just need your body to adjust to sitting on the floor, then do so. Lily says, feels good although my left nostril is blocked, but I just focus on the breathing. Yes, it's fine. My left nostril is always blocked. So every time when I hold on to the right nostril, I have to struggle breathing in. Yeah, so it's fine. And if both your nostrils are blocked because of whatever reasons, then use your mouth just for that day. It's not a problem. Norman says, grateful to be in Malaysia, grateful for what we have, and grateful to be safe with family. Yes, definitely. Because Norman is from Hong Kong. So he has moved himself and the family to Malaysia. I hope you're enjoying your life in Malaysia so far, Norman. Waiting says, grateful to have food on table, grateful for the Dharma sessions by Kechara during this MCO, grateful for being alive and healthy. Thank you, Waiting. Norman says, my brain feels larger. Does it make sense? Tell me more about that, Norman. Can I focus my breathing in my nose and breathing out at my tummy? Like I said, you can do all that. You can do all that. I'm just recommending that you focus your mind, that you put your focus at the outer rim. Okay? Like I said just now, I would prefer that you do this so that you train your mind not to go all over the place. Because look, if you focus breathing from your nose and you follow it to your tummy and up and down, you can do that. But it will take you a much longer time for you to just keep your mind still. And that is what I'm trying to get at right now. Just keep the mind very still. That's where the challenge is. That's where the real challenge is. Penny says, slight changes. Today my toddler was around, pulling my hair, okay? Then used his finger as force to get my eyes open, stepped onto my thigh while I was in lotus position. Nevertheless, all good. I still able to focus my breathing through nostrils. Yes, yes, that is very challenging there. Okay, Masita, was easier for me without rolling my tongue up while doing breathing exercise. And grateful being able to hear all those birds, especially of magpies at the end. By joining you virtually feels like I'm there. That's technology. Yes, yes, definitely, Masita. I'm having an orchestra here every morning. So very, very grateful for that. Do continue to write in your comments and I will continue answering the questions. This person also wrote, you also emphasized on the importance to develop resilience. Yes, I did. So are resilience and willpower the same? They are not the same. Let me explain. Resilience is about having that tenacity and having the stamina to keep going no matter how challenging it is. Okay, resilience, it's about having the tenacity and the stamina to keep going no matter how challenging it may be. That's resilience. So every time you drop, you hurt yourself, you suffer a lot, you pick yourself up again and you keep going. But you assess, okay, this was not a good choice. Because why? Situations have changed. Conditions have changed. Although they look similar to your experiences in the past. Every moment is a new moment. They may look similar, they may look similar. But because because when we consistently do our meditation, you will also realize that your level of awareness would have increased by that time. And because your level of awareness have increased by the time, you will be able to make better choices because you will be more aware of what's out there. That's the key here. So it's not hocus pocus, it's not anything to do with hocus pocus or you have supernatural powers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as simple as raising our awareness. Because we are more aware, we go, okay, I do have more choices out there. And I will be able to focus and analyze each choice I have in front of me. And then I'll go, okay, I think this will be a better choice. And I keep going at it. And every time that the choice I made doesn't work out, then again, new moment, new choices, choose again. So it is to develop that kind of a resilience in our mind. That is why I said yesterday, excuse me, that is why I said yesterday, if we pamper our children, we pamper people around us too much because we quote unquote love them. My question is, are you really loving them? Or because if you are, then assess your love. Because why? At the end of the day, if it's your child, you would want them to have the skills to be able to fend for themselves with or without you around. With or without you. So when you truly love a person, you leave the person better off because of you. Because of you, the person is better off. Because of you, the person have learned the skills to be independent and to be able to fend for themselves, no matter how difficult the situation is. And that's why as parents, it's not an easy task. And I have to congratulate all the parents who actually invest at least 20 years of their life to raising a child properly. There is no school to parenting. There are books you can read about it. Yeah, so a lot of times we kind of give in to the child's demands because, well, they are a part of you. So again, if you take a step back, you are attached to the child for obvious reasons. But because of that, your decisions that you make for them will be tainted. Tainted because why? Because you have an emotional attachment to that. If the person was not your child, you will be more objective. And a lot of times you will find yourself not spoiling the child. Because objectively, you will know, hey, sometimes you need to instill tough love. Otherwise, how is a child going to grow up and face all the challenges in the world? We face them all the time. And look and think back throughout the years how difficult it is for us to actually bounce back up and keep going at it. And keep going. And some people never bounce up and go into deeper depression or have a lot of anxiety and whatever it is and have to take medication for that. It's because when some of us never grew up learning how to be more resilient, and that's the key here. That's why yesterday, I shared about this research. It was a 20-year research about children, how when they always fall for how some children who always succumb to instant gratification as compared to delayed gratification, and what were the pros and cons for that. Okay, the children who learned to focus somewhere else and not look at the chocolates develop that resilience of delayed gratification because they were trained to work hard by adopting this tool of focusing on something else so that, and I missed out the last part, which Tony Varja reminded me, because they were told, if you don't eat that one chocolate, that one piece of chocolate in front of you within 30 minutes, at the end of the 30 minutes, I'll give you 2 chocolates. So they are rewarded with 2 chocolates. So that was the bigger reward. So for the children who said, okay, I want that bigger reward, so I would literally just shift myself and look the other way or sideways to get the bigger reward. So they delayed their gratification. So that character in them, or that skill in them, or the tool in them that they have learned at such a tender age, help them in the later part of their lives, because they already have that skill that, you know what, to focus on the bigger game. So be it, well, I need to study more. Even though I hate studying, you know what? If I want to succeed, I'm going to study more. If I want to be a better athlete, I better train more. Even though I don't like it, so I focus on what is more beneficial for me, so that my gratification, my reward is much bigger at the end of the day. So you see, that in itself is a training on resilience. So we have to be very careful with people around us, be it children, be it people around us whom we are emotionally attached to. Because a lot of times we give in, and as a result, that's where there are a lot of clashes at the end of the day, because the person becomes spoiled. And you and I know, when the person becomes spoiled, they don't get far in their lives. They don't get far, and then we become disappointed. Because why? Because we always have expectations on what this person should and shouldn't be, or how far this person should be, or the directions that this person should take. Yeah? So that's why that's the resilience. Now, willpower. Willpower, it's about having that determination to go, okay, to actually say, okay, I'm going to do this, and that's it. That's it. I'm going to do this. That's the willpower. It's more specific. It's more specific. I'm going to do this, and that's it. It doesn't refer to the stamina. So there is a difference there. It's like the determination, I'm going to do this, and that's it. Okay? But based on research, most people do not have willpower. So that's why instead of focusing on something where we will not succeed, the percentage of us succeeding on that is not as great. The trick here is just focus on something else. Focus on something else that will actually eventually bring you to that same destination. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Wow, there's a lot of sharing here. Lily says, grateful to be able to help a friend who is alone in Texas, and had a very wonderful conversation. I'm grateful for my husband in doing the dishes yesterday. Yay, that's wonderful. Grateful to have an oven in my kitchen. Yes, that's very helpful. Norman says, a lot more oxygen in the brain and the cells are more active. Feeling great, definitely. When we meditate in the morning, is very, very good. Especially if you do that 4 a.m. Okay? When we do more advanced meditation or deeper kind of meditations, it is always advisable to do it at 4 a.m. because that's where the mind is the most clear. Yeah, that's why you always hear about people who go into retreats, meditation retreats, and they wake up at 4 a.m. and they do the meditation, then they eat their breakfast and so on and so forth. So actually, yeah, that's very good. But it's okay. 8:30 is good enough. We have a lot of fresh air, fresh oxygen from the trees. It's just as great. Sharon says, grateful to have relatively good eyesight to be able to enjoy Sunsets and nature's beauty. Yes, relatively good eyesight. I can relate to that. Grateful for another day to do Dharma work. Grateful to have found a good doctor to fix my bad back. Wonderful. Harlan, willpower is persistence and perseverance set in motion. Yes, definitely. Willpower, Harlan says, willpower is persistence and perseverance set in motion. Set in motion. Correct. And morning, Phoebe. And Leong Chui Quen. Hi, good morning. Annette says, grateful that, and then it stops there. Okay. I will continue answering more questions. What is the most effective way to develop resilience? Well, what's the most effective way? When you live fearlessly and you keep trying and you keep going at it and keep going at it and keep going at it. Every time you fall, get up. Every time you fall, you get up. I'm not sure if you have learned to ride a bike or, I'm not sure. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. So definitely you would have fallen many times. You hurt yourself, you were bleeding, and you get up and you're like, nope. You get a bandage, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. That builds resilience. That's why some people have mentors in their career. Some people have spiritual mentors. And even some people have life coaches or therapists. And they actually inspire them or motivate them to keep going at it. Keep trying, keep trying. Because if you never try, you never know. If you never try, you never know. So don't be afraid to fail, because there's nothing to fail. You just learned that choice doesn't work. So instead of focusing on how I feel, like me, you know how sometimes we're just so attached to, oh, I failed. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, it eats into me. Oh, I don't think I am ready to fail again because I equate that with being weak and inadequate. So all these mind games that we condition ourselves, that we have conditioned ourselves to believing, stops us from operating out of creation, which comes from operating out of love. Remember my talk on that? So the fear will always be there, that's for sure. Now that we have a better grasp of our mind to focus on, just try. Give it a go, and give it a go 100%. Trying doesn't mean put one foot in and 1 foot out. It means just go all the way. Until you're convinced that, okay, that choice is either the right choice or it was not the right choice. And you make more choices, and you keep going at it, and you keep going at it. That builds resilience. That builds resilience. If we're always focusing on the fear, which will be there, and it paralyzes us from moving forward, from making new choices, especially choices that we're not familiar with, then forever we will be stuck in that comfort zone. We'll be stuck in the little world that we build ourselves. Because why? Because we choose to focus on the fear and not on love and creation. So when we focus on the love and creation, more possibilities will arise. And as a result, your resilience is developed. So that's why focusing is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Okay, I hope that helps. Oh, you're most welcome. Lai Hing is tuning off now. All right, so what else? If you have more questions, any one of you, do write in the comment section. Now, the next question that I'm going to answer, don't you think that when we think we had developed a certain level of resilience, there are always bigger waves in life which make us realize that our existing resilience level is not sufficient? How should we handle that? I'll repeat. What she's saying is, if we have developed a certain level of resilience, there will always be bigger challenges in life. And wouldn't our current resilience not be enough? How should we handle that? You see, when we are already in the mode of always focusing on the creation, every time we fall, we will bounce back up. And no matter how hard we fall down, of course they will be like, wow, that was really painful. That's really painful. And there may be bigger falls, much bigger falls. So as we consistently bounce back up, we will notice that after a while, no matter how big the fall is, it may take a longer time to bounce back up and refocus, but you know what? Your resilience is already there. Your tool is already there. No matter how difficult it is or how bad that fall is, the key here is you bounce back up. Certain falls, you bounce back up much faster, but the bigger falls, it may take more time. But the good news is you bounce back up. That's the good news. And that in itself is resilience. So we embrace the suffering, the perceived suffering. So again, yes, we hurt emotionally. Yes, we hurt mentally. Yes, we may even hurt physically. But we bounce back up and we make new choices, because why? Instead of putting in the energy, you are now trained through your daily meditation to, instead of focus on that kind of suffering, you just take a step back and you watch it, like how you do every morning with me. And you focus on new choices at hand and what else it is you can do. You see how useful single-pointed meditation is? You see how useful it is? That's why I always recommend to still the mind first. Once we are so good at controlling the mind and stilling it, no matter what we feel, what fears that used to paralyze us, once we take a step back and watch it like how we do in our meditation, we focus on our breath, right? On the breath that goes in and out around the nostril, but this time you focus on the intention that you've set for the day, or you focus on the task at hand. Yeah, the emotions will be there, but because you don't focus on that, it will pass sooner or later. That's how powerful single-pointed meditation is. And that's why no matter how big the fall is, the key here is because you focus on your intention and the task at hand, you will still get it done. You still get it done. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Do we have more questions? Hi Andrew, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Melissa, hi Melissa. Is this your first time? This is the first time that I see your name here. Grateful to be alive. Thank you so much for these morning sessions, learning bit by bit daily. Okay, so you have been following. And this is day 18, so if you have not watched the previous episodes, please do so, because I have covered a lot of topics already. Yeah? And Phoebe says, feel grateful I have internet during this MCO, which can keep learning Dharma online with more positive thought. Thank you for the wonderful sharing. You're most welcome, Phoebe. You're most welcome. Okay, I think it's about time to wrap up. I will continue with the questions. There are a few more. There's one more question, but I will continue that tomorrow. And again, if you do have any questions for me that may arise during the talks, do take note of them, and you can send them to me on Messenger, or you can post it every morning, and I will answer them for you. Okay? And before I call it wraps, if you like paranormal stories, I will be sharing them tonight under Tem Rinpoche Paranormal Zone fan page. I'm sharing that at 10 p.m. Malaysian time. All right? I'll be sharing all my paranormal experiences because there are many people who have asked me to share, and today will be my fourth sharing. All right, so I look forward to seeing you tonight. If not, I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. sharp. Have a great day.